Welcome back, everyone. Now we want to look at a different library called Beautifulsoup. So Beautifulsoup is again a Python library, and it is meant exactly for doing what we have been doing so long, which is to pull out data from HTML. If you want to read the documentation, you can go to the official website and look at the documentation. All right, so we will write from BS4. We want to import beautiful soup, and then from URL lib request we want to import URL open. Let's take the same URL that we had earlier, which is the page with Dionysus in it. Then we're doing URL open page.read, and then we also want to do soup is equal to a beautiful soup HTML, and then HTML dot parser. So what we're doing here is to open the URL. For this, we're using the URL lib module. Then we're reading the HTML from the page as a string and assigning it to the HTML variable, which is what we've done here. And finally, we're also creating a beautiful soup object and assigning it to the soup variable that we have created. So there are two arguments here. The first argument is the HTML that has to be parsed, and the second argument tells the object which parser to use behind the scene. So HTML.parser represents the Python built-in HTML parser. So we'll run this. So this will take some time. And then we can print soup dot get text. So the get text method is what we're using to extract the text from the document. So let's run both of these. And here is the result that we get. So you notice that it is automatically cleaning all the tags and simply giving us the profile name, hometown, favorite animal, and the favorite color. The problem is that there are a lot of blank lines in this output. And the reason for this is that there are new line characters in the HTML documents text, and we have to remove them using the replace method. Let's do one more example. So if we write soup dot find all, and we are searching for img, which is the image, you will notice in the code that there are two images available. This is the first one and this is the second one. So when we run this, it will give us both the image tags like this. If we then say image 1 and image 2 is equal to soup dot find all img, this will result in we also have to mention the one that we want. So if we say image1, you notice that it is only giving us image1, and if we say image2, it is giving us image2. This means that each tag object has a .name property that returns a string containing the HTML tag type. Now we can also access the HTML attributes of the tag object by putting their name between square brackets, like we do in a dictionary. So if we write image1 and then we write src like this, then it gives us the image source. And again, if we say image2, then it gives us image2 like this. Now, certain tags in HTML documents can be accessed by properties of the tag object. For example, let's say you wanted to get the title. So we can simply write soup.title and it will give us the title like this. Now, Beautifulsoup will automatically clean all the tags for you by removing the extra space in the opening tag and any extra spaces in the forward slash as well. So if you only want to get the string, that means profile Dionysus, then we can write soup.title.string, and this will result in only the string that we wanted. Now, another useful feature of Beautifulsoup is the ability for us to search for specific kinds of tags whose attributes match certain values. For example, if you want to search for all the IMG tags that have a src attribute equal to the value Dionysus, then we can give an additional argument. For example, I will write soup.findAll. We are searching for IMG, but the additional argument that we're giving here is that the src should be static Dionysus.jpg. And you notice that it doesn't work. Let me just quickly check that. That's strange. Let me just see if the spelling is correct or not. Okay, this is JPEG. So you notice that we have specified the IMG tag, but we have also specified a specific source that we wanted, and that is what has been searched for us. Now you might wonder that this example is a little arbitrary, and you might also question what is the usefulness of this technique. But when you actually start working on larger projects, you will see that some websites have extremely complicated HTML structures, and this might come very handy. So to sum it up, HTML parsers like Beautifulsoup can help you save a lot of time and effort when it comes to locating specific data in web pages. But do remember that sometimes the page might be written so poorly and it might be so disorganized that even Beautifulsoup might not be able to parse it properly. That is where something like regex will be very important for you. In the next example, we will look at how we can use Python to interact with HTML forms on a web page. And for this, we will be using something called mechanical soup.